Hi everyone. So I wanted to actually intro this video because it was filmed a very long time ago. It was from about 2.5 years ago. Obviously, as you all know, I completely fully own Rosie, my horse, who is in this video. She's now 6 and this was taken when she was 3. And I, at this point, co-owned her with my friend Ella, who is riding her in this video. So we used to do it that I would ride Rosie on the way out and we'd switch horses, and then she'd get to ride her on the way back. So we kind of shared out the riding and that way we could ride together. And vice versa, like switched around. I was riding a horse I'd never ridden before, who was Ella's old lone pony. And she was obviously on Rosie. Please bear in mind, we'd had her for a month and a half at this point. She was very green, barely ever hacked out before. And a few weeks after this, after we'd had a few good hacks to build back up a bit of confidence, we turned her away anyway until she was 4. And we kind of just wanted to get her out and about seeing a bit before we turned her away. I think this was the only time these two horses ever went out together, because it probably wasn't the best combination. So she's now 6 and I could put anyone on her. I'd put a 10-year-old on her to hack out alone now. So she was just green, inexperienced and set off by the horse I was riding, which isn't anyone's fault, isn't the horse's fault. Just these things happen. We own live animals and we try and ride them. So you have to be prepared for things like this to happen. But yes, please remember, this was a very long time ago and my horse is a completely different horse right now. I also just wanted to say that if you do suffer with anxiety or anything similar, I'd probably say maybe not to watch this one. I just don't want anyone to get anxious about anything or it trigger something for them, because in this video I have cut most of it out, but I was having pretty much a panic attack. I'm saying this because I want you to realise that nobody has a perfect horse, and especially with young horses, it's very much a lot of ups and downs constantly. So yeah, I hope you actually enjoy the video. Definitely more energetic now. Oh, let's just walk. Yeah, now we're like marching. It's going to be worse going up this hill.
Oh yeah, I think it's after this bridge. I mean, he'll wear himself out by the time he gets to the top. So.
Yeah, he'll be so tired. Did you want to trot it, or do you think he'll canter?
He'll probably try and canter, but
I don't want to set Rosie off as well.
if you want to trot, I don't mind.
We'll just trot like this.
Yeah, okay.
No brakes. Whoa. Yeah, she's like, God, this is tiring. Walk. Yeah.
This is Rosie and that's Tanya.
We'd stop to say hi, but I don't think I can stop. Yeah, let's try. It's like my reins can't get any shorter, and then I'm like, no, they can. Oh, there's another horse there. I think they're going left though. phone, Mum, iPhone. Can you just go see if my friend's okay? Okay. She's somewhere up there, thank you. I can't breathe. I think she's going home, I hope. I don't know where Ella is. I didn't even see her come off. Oh, you're okay. You're right. So guys, that is actually where the GoPro footage ends because my GoPro died the second after that clip. So obviously I can't leave you on a complete cliffhanger. I will explain what happened. So we headed up to the yard, and the way our yard is it's like gates boxed in, so you can't get into the yard without opening the gates, right? So I expected to see Rosie standing there sort of in our gateway eating grass, and when we both got there, she was not there. Couldn't see her. We both assumed the worst, and that she had carried on past the yard in such a panic and ended up on the main A road, which is at the end of that road. As you saw, I got off the horse I was on. I just decided I didn't know the horse I was on, so it's easier to get off and walk him rather than potentially him bolt again. And then we've got 2 loose horses and potentially 2 injured riders. So just every time I went and walked around a corner, I just expected to see my horse hit by a car, because the bends around there are complete blind corners. So one car coming around a corner would have killed her and potentially the driver. So anyway, once we got to the yard, realised Rosie wasn't there, the panic really set in for both of us. Ella obviously knew the horse I was riding a lot more. It was her lone horse. So she jumped back on him and gave him a little trot down the road to see if we could see Rosie anywhere. And she couldn't see her anywhere. And then had like the yard owner, the owner of the other horses there, and my mum turn up to try and drive around to help us look. And obviously when they turned up, we then went to take Tango back into the yard and put him away. And as we opened the gates and walked to the bottom, there was Rosie standing there in the hay barn eating hay. We were all so confused because for such a little pony, she jumped a 1 metre, probably 20, 1 metre 40 gate to get in. So it didn't even cross our minds that that's what would have happened, but she jumped that gate with the saddle attached underneath her, completely unscathed. No horse was injured, no rider was injured. So I finally got round to posting this video. Genuinely for quite a while couldn't watch it back, and I know nothing bad happened, but the second I watch it I can literally feel my like